back with another video for you today, and I've got a brand new brand to talk to you about, which I've rarely spoken about, although we did do a clip with the brand when I was in Pity last September. But the brand I'm talking about is Parle Moi De Parfum. This right here is their fragrance I'm going to review for you, Papyrus Oud 71. And we also have samples to give away, 3 sets of samples. USA giveaway includes 10 samples of the collection of fragrances from Parle Moi De Parfum. So if you're curious to discover the brand and also learn about Papyrus Oud 71, please stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. If this is your first time on this channel and you love watching fragrance reviews, finding out about new fragrances, discovering new brands, participating in giveaways, and still haven't subscribed to the channel, please click the subscribe button below and also click the bell so you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. And as I said, I do have a brand new brand for you today, and this is the channel where you tune in to discover these brand new brands or up-and-coming brands from all over the world. So Parle Moi De Parfum started a few years ago, and last September when I was in Florence for Pity, I shot a video with Benjamin Almairac, who started the brand, talking about their fragrances at the event, and also one of the fragrances he mentions is Papyrus Oud 71. The reason I'm reviewing this one because I had a choice of picking the fragrances that I wanted to review, and I wanted to review this because first of all, I loved smelling it. Second of all, I love the story behind it, and I'm going to tell you all about it. And third of all, I just love discovering really cool fragrances, and also fragrances that are discontinued and no longer available, and then fragrances where you've been seeking out and trying to find a version of that fragrance, and finally we have one here. So Parle Moi De Parfum basically means speak to me perfume. So I love when perfumes speak to me, and this one definitely spoke to me. So Parle Moi De Parfum Papyrus Oud 71 was launched in 2018. Now here's the kicker about this fragrance. It's exclusive to Selfridges in London and Manchester, and of course you can also buy a bottle of this if you are visiting Paris, Parle Moi De Parfum boutique. According to Benjamin Almairac, this should not, it's not going to stay exclusive forever, so within the next few months this should be available everywhere that you can buy Parle Moi De Parfum perfumes. And here in the States you can buy their fragrances over at Lucky Scent, so you can always go there and search their fragrances. So this is 2018. Concentration is Eau De Parfum. The perfumer is of course Michel Almairac, and Michel Almairac is a very, very well-known fragrance perfumer, nose, whatever you call it, and it is Benjamin Almairac's father. So Michel Almairac created a fragrance back in the early 2000s along with Tom Ford when he was at Gucci, called Gucci Pour Homme. Now that fragrance, I never owned a bottle, and I've smelled it a couple of times passing with some friends who owned the fragrance themselves, and they've sworn that it's a great, great fragrance. It's probably one of the best designer fragrances ever released, which I agree because it smells great. So Michel Almairac recreated the Gucci Pour Homme here in Papyrus Oud 71.
My name is Benjamin Almairac, and I'm the founder of Parle Moi De Parfum. I just launched with my father, which is called Michel Almairac, so maybe you can have a quick look on, let's say, Fragrantica to check what he created before. And here is our first exhibition where we showcase all our 10 fragrances. I guess they are good, I hope they are good, and we also showcase 2 newness. The first one is called Papyrus Oud /71, but I'm quite sure you will like it because it's like a new version of Gucci Pour Homme my father created in 2003 that has been now discontinued. So a main blend of papyrus, incense, and of course a bit of oud.
All the fragrances in this house, they have a number at the end, and according to my research, that number means how many tries have they gone through to make a fragrance. And then that's the version number 71. So this fragrance was redone, or well, I guess the version that they picked is number 71 and bottled and created the perfume out of. So they have, all their fragrances have those numbers, and whatever that number is the number of times that they've redone the fragrance, or kind of like the version of the fragrance that's been bottled and sold. So notes here are papyrus, of course it's in the name, oud, of course it's in the name, and then of course incense, very incensey to me, and musk. It's very musky, but it's not an animalic musk. It's definitely musky. You do pick up mostly here very, very woody fragrance. Now, as I said, I never really got to own Gucci Pour Homme because there was a time when I kind of like got burnt out on fragrances in the late 90s and in the early 2000s. I went very fresh. I went to the side of Joe Malone where I was buying all these like freshies and sort of like kind of like rejecting fragrances from the designers because I was kind of burnt out. So I missed the boat with a Gucci Pour Homme, unfortunately. But as I said, I sampled it here and there in passing. Friends had it. They've sent me samples and decants and things like that. And I do really enjoy it. From what I remember smelling, this comes really, really close to that fragrance. They're very, very close. But here to me, I think it's been even amplified further. Now, I don't know if the version that my friends had me smell had gone bad or lighter or whatever, but here we've got a very, very concentrated version of the smells I remember smelling of Gucci Pour Homme. So the fragrance is very, very also leathery. I get lots of leather here. It's also very, very woody, like it's one of the most woodiest experiences, but that papyrus is big. I really love the way papyrus smells, this green kind of woody, almost like patchouli, but not quite. It kind of also goes into a little bit of Nagarmontha, I think is the name of the note. So it kind of smells similar. I think they have similarities, but it's very green and woody, if that makes sense. Smoky as well, so it comes off very smoky, and along with the incense note here, it's a very, very smoky experience. But you do also pick up some ambery touches there, and some patchouli as well, which actually kind of just... Now I have Gucci Pour Homme in a fragrance called Papyrus Oud 71 from Parle Moi De Parfum. So I'm really into this fragrance. I love smoky fragrances. I love woody fragrances. And I also love very masculine fragrances. According to some of my research, this is targeted specifically to men. But you know what I say here on this channel, there shouldn't be any gender behind fragrances. But this to me is ultra masculine. It's very woody. It's also very smoky. So it comes off very, very masculine, but confident people should be able to pull it off. You should be able to pull off any fragrances, whether they're really, really masculine like Papyrus Oud 71, or if you want to go to the other side and go on the feminine side and do some white flowers or something like that. If you're confident with it, wear it. So I'm in love with this. I really, really am. I'm so glad this is the fragrance I requested because when I experienced it there, I was like, wow, this is so good. It smells like what I remember Gucci Pour Homme smelling. And of course, it's also created by the same perfumer who created the original Gucci Pour Homme, so it was a given that it's going to smell good, if not better than the original version, because now we have that in a non-designer version, a niche brand version from a brand called Parle Moi De Parfum. Guys, are you familiar with this house, Parle Moi De Parfum? Are you familiar with Papyrus Oud 71? Those of you that are in Paris or in London, have you sampled it? Go check it out. If you especially are a fan of Gucci Pour Homme and you've been wanting a bottle of that, but you can't get it, now you can. Other than that, just let me know if you've experienced the brand, have you sampled their fragrances, because I know being involved with Lucky Sand and also being on their email list, I've heard a lot about the brand and I was very, very curious about it. And I'm so glad to have met Benjamin in Florence for Pitti and of course experienced their fragrances, because they do have some great, great releases that all of you guys should check out. The one thing I forgot to mention is, since this is an exclusive and it's not priced on their website, but all their fragrances as 100 ml are priced at 155 euros on their website. So looking forward to this to become non-exclusive, so hopefully we have a chance to buy it here, or if you guys are visiting Paris or London or even Manchester for Selfridges, go check it out and experience the brand, and of course this lovely woody masculine fragrance, Papyrus Oud 71. One more thing, I want to show you how the beautiful presentation is for Parle Moi De Parfum. Sometimes you get tired of the same presentation over and over again, and what I like about this house and their presentation, fragrances come in this cylindrical box. As you can see, the fragrance logo is right here, and of course Parle Moi De Parfum, and then Papyrus Oud 71 is written right there. And then you've got, you know, the typical fragrance information back here. And then in here there's a pouch Very, very classy to me. And of course the little pouch is right there. You've got the logo on it as well, as you can see. And then you just open that up and then the fragrance comes out like that. The other great thing is these fragrances do spray great. I love that about it because bad sprayers suck to me and this one does not. It sprays wonderfully, as you can see. And it's a magnetic cap as well. Anyway, that's Papyrus Oud 71 and Parle Moi De Parfum. So if you're curious to find out more about them, go check their website out. But if you want to participate in a giveaway of samples, here are all the samples you'll be getting. And the samples are like this. We have 3 to give away. To participate in this giveaway, first of all, you make sure you're subscribed to the channel and you are from the USA, as I'll be shipping these out. Just put down what you like about this review, first of all. Second, what you like about the sound of Papyrus Oud 71. And also, tell me your favorite woody fragrance. Put that down, and also please put your state, as this is a USA giveaway. Other than that, guys, let me know your thoughts about Parle Moi De Parfum, Papyrus Oud 71. If you've had it, if you've smelled it, if you're curious to try it, and if you've sampled any of the fragrances from this house, please put that down in the comment section so we can get a conversation started. Also, please like this video, please share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.